Greetings and welcome to a video game called Black Mesa.
Or as we like to call it, Black Mesa.
Yes. If you've ever heard of a very terrible game called Hunt Down the Freeman, there's 1,000 videos about it on YouTube. Go watch it, it's funny. But, yeah, this is Black Mesa, and it's a remake of a game called Half-Life 1. You might have heard of it.
Probably have. Now we're going to take a quick break so I can move this microphone just a little bit there. See, that's a lot better.
Right, so this game, specifically Half-Life 1, not Black Mesa. We're doing Black Mesa because Half-Life 1's a little older and...
wonky is how I would describe it.
A little wonky.
As in, we actually played Half-Life 1 on the channel I think it was about a year ago. It crashed.
I think it would have been more than that. Wouldn't it have been like a year and a half?
Something like that, and it crashed. We were playing actual Half-Life 1, and it stopped working. So we were like, fine, we'll just go play Black Mesa. So we started playing Black Mesa. That's why you've heard of this. That's why you've probably seen it on the channel before, because I was playing. I got lost. I'm not good at this game, like this one in particular. I can go beat Half-Life 1 multiple times. I have.
Yeah, this
game's a lot harder, though.
It's more difficult, and it changes a couple things, mostly for the better. I think it makes...
I do think it is a better experience overall.
Right, I'm going to turn up my mouse sensitivity real quick, so everyone can enjoy that.
Yes, this is the best part of the entire video.
Yeah, maybe I should have done a slight test beforehand, but...
Maybe. This is the intro section where we get to learn about stuff that's not really that important.
Right, well, it's just interesting because you have to remember Half-Life 1 came out in 1998, and there was absolutely nothing like this at the time. Like, first-person shooters were... They were like Doom.
They didn't have any story, yeah.
They were basically like Doom. Even Quake was basically like Doom. And so this was, a new kind of experience. This game's actually interested in telling you a story, which is
weird in comparison to something like Doom, where, what's Doom's story? Sum it up.
You're in a military base, demons invaded, kill them all.
Yeah, that's not even summing it up, that's just the actual story.
I mean, there's, these little text interludes. Also, this game does this thing where the maps are pretty small, and you have frequent but usually short loading screens. But then again, we do have this installed on an absolutely ancient hard drive, so...
Yeah, hopefully... By a couple episodes from now, perhaps we'll have it on a different drive. Right, I have an SSD right here.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the SATA cable to show up. It's supposed to arrive today, so session 1 here is going to be a little bit slower.
Is there a reason that they still did the loading screens? Because they don't really need to do that now. Because this game just got finished a couple months ago.
I think it's because they're still using the source engine, and I think the source engine is just sort of designed for that. And, it does let them do really high detail maps, which is cool.
Yeah, that was the difference between this and a lot of other games, especially in Half-Life 2, because every single thing was detailed, and there was stuff you could... Just the physics engine you could just screw around with for an hour.
And since this game is on the source engine and not the gold source engine, which Half-Life 1 was on, it also has some of the neat physics features.
So the gold source engine's older than the source engine?
Yes.
That makes sense.
The gold source engine is basically like the Quake engine, but they added some things. They added the stuff that lets them actually tell a story, for example.
Like this.
Yeah.
Because this game's very similar. It's the same story, obviously, and the visuals are pretty much the same.
Right, it's a good remake, is what it is.
I don't recall this part in Half-Life 1, where you go outside.
Yeah, they might have changed the intro a little bit to make it, more visually impressive.
For sure. So this game was in, beta for, a long time?
Yeah, this game was in early access. I think I bought this game in maybe 2013, 2014, and it wasn't remotely finished then.
Well, they just finished the last chapter.
Right, they spent years, literally at least 5 years, on the final chapter of the game, which is called Zen. Because in the original game, it wasn't really that good. It was the only thing in the original game you can point at and say, this was actually not really good at all.
Yeah, I recall, my first playthrough, I actually skipped there's 2 Zen chapters, right?
I think so.
I skipped the first one, because I just didn't find it that interesting.
Right,
fun.
It almost turns into a platformer, which is
Exactly,
not
that's the one I skipped, was the platform, rocket jumping thing. Because, you're in basically, a lot less gravity, so you can jump really high. It just wasn't that fun.
Yeah. This one, I think they made Zen longer, but they also, tried to make it more entertaining.
It looks cool from what I've seen in here. Because I actually haven't beaten this game. I've beaten Half-Life 1 twice, I think. But I haven't beaten this because it is a lot harder. I'm not 100% sure what about it is harder, but it just is.
Yeah, I think there's maybe more enemies. Maybe they do a bit more damage. One of the cool things this game, even the original game had, was it actually had really advanced AI for its enemies. That was something that, most games, like in Doom, the enemies are fairly dumb. You can they have a pattern they follow. But in this game, the enemies are usually people. Like, there's a lot of military dudes you have to kill. So they did a good job of making them behave like real people.
And I do think that the models for them do look pretty good. Especially considering, when did Doom come out? Like 5 years before Half-Life 1? Did not have 3D models.
Right.
I mean, they just always faced you.
Well, they didn't always face you, but they were always 2D sprites. They just had 8 different sprites to represent the different directions that they could be facing.
Well, yeah, but they're like dead sprite. You can see
Yeah.
like swiveling around. You go around it.
So yeah, this game has a storyline. You play as Dr. Gordon Freeman, as it just popped up on the screen there.
In relation to Morgan Freeman, by chance?
Probably not, because you can look at what he looks like on the front cover of the game.
I don't recall. He's got like glasses and like a goatee or something.
Yeah, it makes him look completely different from Morgan Freeman, obviously.
Jordan, put up a picture, I guess. You know what? Put up a comparison picture
Yeah.
between Morgan Freeman and Gordon Freeman.
I mean, it's just the glasses and the goatee. That's really the only difference.
Yeah, the only difference.
So,
There's a lot of doors here.
Yeah. Well, it's a
This
good way
is,
for them to hide the loading screens, I guess. Well, maybe not. One of them was.
I guess. All right, here we go. Finally, I think. Maybe? No.
We still got still got a couple more rooms to go, I think. See, I mean, there's all this. You can see the subtitles there. There's
A story.
right. It's sort of it's world building
Jeez,
is what
crunchers.
it's doing.
I don't recall that thing. Is that Lego Ninjago? I don't know what that is. Is that the prototype of Dog?
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dog is from Half-Life 2. It's a robot. He's cool. Best friends, honestly. That was what made Half-Life 2 so fun, was like that chapter right after what's it called? Raven something?
Ravenholm.
Ravenholm, which is the best and also worst and also not even close to the best, but also definitely the worst chapter. I hated Ravenholm and also really liked Ravenholm.
Yeah.
Because you lose all your weapons except the one thing. The gravity gun. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you lose all your weapons, but you do barely get any ammo.
I feel like you just lose them. I don't recall. It's been a little while. The main reason I actually wanted to play this is so that I can go play Half-Life 2 with somebody else.
I mean, this is still a good, like, when we did our top 10 favorite games list, I played this specific game, Black Mesa, sort of represent the whole Half-Life franchise, because the whole franchise is great.
Yeah, I mean, even Half-Life Alyx, the new VR game, which I still haven't beaten due to some dumb circumstances, is honestly, I think it's more fun than the original Half-Life 1, but like not even the actual gameplay, just the physics engine. Like you can, with the new Valve VR controllers, the pressure sensors or whatever, you can like pick up cans and crush them, and you can throw beer bottles to smash them and stuff like that. And also you can draw on the window
Right.
with the marker, and it feels pretty good when you like it feels pretty accurate.
See,
And I definitely think I screwed around with the physics engine more than I actually progressed the story at all in that game.
So yeah, the game is sort of starting to start up here. It's still going to be a little while before we even pick up a gun, which just goes to show what this game is like. It's really setting everything up. So you're Gordon Freeman, you work here at the Black Mesa Research Facility, and you're running a little bit late, and you have to go and conduct an important experiment.
Yeah, I just now realized you don't even get a gun until the second chapter, do you?
Yeah, like we're probably not even going to fire a single shot until episode 2 of this series.
Probably. In fact, it might even be episode 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or the end of episode 2, because this video is coming to a close here in a couple minutes.
So yeah, we need to... First we have to put on the hazardous environment suit.
Yeah, we have to go find that. I remember having difficulties figuring out what I needed to do in the first part of Half-Life 1.
So, personnel facilities, I think, is where the HEV suit is, so I want to follow the green line.
Yeah, I never really noticed that this game makes sense. Oh, that would go in there? Yeah, can you microwave something?
Yeah, this guy has his little food in the microwave here, and I can turn it on, and then I think it explodes.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And then he's going to complain about it.
That looked a lot better in 1998. He's going to complain about it. Yeah, so... I was gonna say something. You know, you're gonna say something, then
yeah.
You didn't do it, and then
right, so I can find my locker somewhere. There it is,
right
Freedom.
there, man. It's actually in the exact same place. Good job, guys.
So there's a little battery there. So if I put on the HEV suit, which I should do.
Probably not. Nah, you shouldn't do that. It's not like the entire point of the game.
Put it on.
Half-Life 2 is similar in that it starts on a train thing.
Yeah. There's a little charger here too. Once it pops up the
yeah, so you can charge your iPhone.
The HUD. There it is.
Judd's HUD.
Yeah.
Is your name Judd?
No.
Jordan put up a picture of Judd from Survivor.
Gordon
sick.
Freeman, Doctor of Philosophy of something. What university?
What's the baby picture? I don't recall that.
Yeah, I don't know if that was in the original or not.
If it was, it definitely didn't look very good.
Yeah.
Plus, you get the last names of all of your coworkers.
I think they just used the last names of the developers. I think.
Probably.
I think in the original, there was a locker for Gabe Newell, but this is probably for the team that did Black Mesa, not the Valve team.
You never know. I saw Nancy Pelosi. I think it said Pelosi, but. Whatever, close enough.
Alright, so I think we want to go to the Anomalous Materials Lab next.
Remember in this game when everything breaks?
Yeah.
It's the best part.
So
it's happening in like 10 minutes still.
Yeah, we're getting there. Just had to find my way to the lab. Mr. Guard here, should that be pass? Sure?
You sure about that, Jordan? Are you sure you're in the right place?
Am I failing to follow the red line?
Yes. Yes, you are.
You sure?
No, but clearly you need to be in Sector C, not B.
Maybe so. Well, maybe I've gone to the wrong place. Maybe I forgot how the game starts.
Yeah, I mean, in my first time playing Half-Life 1, I could not figure out where to go at first. Go all the way.
Oh, they both say Anomalous Materials Lab. I need to go to development, not research.
Ha! You've been something. So yeah, they put an airlock there just so you can go to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Just to see the stuff.
There we go. He'll let me pass.
I like how there's a door and then a hallway just to get to another door.
Oh, I guess it's like an airlock, right?
I guess so, but
or not,
this door open. Well,
yeah,
okay, I guess that door's technically closed. But
anyways,
it didn't really look like it was.
Hi, old chum.
Is he talking to you?
I think so. We have.
Does the elevator break yet? No.
There's at least one more elevator after this one too. It's very deep underground where this research is being conducted.
Well, to be fair, I don't. What exactly were you even trying to do with this research?
I'm not 100% sure. Oh, there's a loading screen.
But I mean, I assume it had something to do with aliens.
Right, because I mean, well, you can see there's like teleporters. They sort of teleport in later.
Yeah. Yeah, later. Later, dude. And they finally gave more models to your employees because there was only like 3 in the first game.
If even. There might have only been 2.
There was Einstein, Dr. Kleiner, and Eli Vance. Those were the 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I mean, he definitely looked like Einstein. Whether or not he was supposed to...
Alright, are we in the control room? See, there's Dr. Kleiner.
Yeah. 105%.
And this one just looks kind of vaguely like Gordon Freeman.
And then that guy over there is Anthony Fauci. Nah, not really. From all the way over there, I kind of looked like it for a second. Nope, somebody else has to open it. You suck.
They're waiting for me in the test chamber.
Who said, why would you? Okay. So, will we see you guys next time?
Yeah, we'll do the
cool part.
We'll do this very important experiment in the next episode.
See you guys next time. Where?
On the Waiming Boogie Burks.
Sick.
See you teleporters, I told you, bye.